Hello, I am Paul, and I'm a Reformed Nerd, and welcome back to Civilization 6 for our 6th episode. Getting on with it right away, this is going ahead and move into the next turn. We're still riding our Golden Age, and it does look like we were able to manage to stay in at least a normal age, but we're closing in pretty close to a Golden as well for the 3rd consecutive Golden Age in a row, which I think is awesome. But my big debate right now is who should the next enemy be, because we have no idea how far Germany goes in this direction. There's no way for me to actually get a boat to check that area out unless Bordeaux by chance has a harbor, which I don't think it does. Yeah, there is no option to build a ship here. And yeah, it's harbor 9 turns. Okay, so maybe that would be my priority. If I could get a harbor out fast, and I could just buy a boat and send it down to see exactly how far the German territory goes in this direction, I think that may be the best that we could do. Because once I know how far Germany goes, I can maybe check to see if Persia has any additional cities beyond just this last one here that we know about. I think at that point we should then be able to actually make a decision as to who to move against next. And then I can start sending troops in that direction. But I think that's a great place to start off. And let's go ahead and just get to the next turn and see what happens. A lot of new training. Georgia sent an envoy to Auckland. I don't even think I know where Auckland is. No, I mean, obviously New Zealand, but I mean in this game. You're a disgrace. I'll tell the world that they will know who you truly are. You have inflicted grievances on others. Do we know what his priorities are, actually? England is trading with Germany. Renaissance Wall. Okay, nothing too major. But what is Optimus Principles? Tries to include as much territory as possible in their empire, does not like civilizations who control little territory. Alright, so what's his agenda then? Renaissance era ends in 8 turns. Ouch. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Yeah, this is my 2nd Golden Age in a row, but 7 points in 8 turns. I really don't think that's something I'm going to be able to manage. Because I'm not even really sure if I understand. Oh, Hagia Sophia. Nice. I don't even really... Oh. Who the heck is attacking all of my governors? That's the 2nd governor in the last couple of turns. It's been... Oh, wait. Babylon's been defeated. That's why the governor can no longer be there. That makes sense. So that does give me a liberation war, because I was the Cicerone of Babylon. So how much grievances do I pick up if I just want to go on ahead and declare war on him? You have not denounced this player. Oh, okay, well I'm glad I checked. Let's go ahead and denounce. Ooh, he did not like that. Eight grievances against them. 31 more turns. Alright, so that should buy me... I have to wait 5 turns before I'm able to do that, and it lasts for 31 turns, it looks like. High degree of cultural loyalty, dislike civilizations that lose cities by failing to maintain the loyalty of their people, likes those that gain cities through loyalty. Interesting. But with all that being said, I'm not entirely sure. Are no longer necessary after a shift in envoys. So do I get those envoys back? Renee's needs more food. Ah. Well, I think there's actually a lot of damaged things around here that I could probably improve in regards to the infrastructure. So I'm not too worried about that. And Renee's needs more housing. Yeah, I think there's probably a little bit of repairing that needs to be done around here. New trade route available, very nice, and a unit available for promotion. They're in pretty rough shape, so let's go ahead and just do that right now, actually. Okay, we got Nantes here, very good. Wow, I still don't even have a watermill. 2 turns. Oh, and I don't have an ancient wall either. Wow. Okay. So yeah, for 2 turns each, I might as well go ahead and get that going. Can I just purchase? No, I can't just outright purchase a harbor, unfortunately, because I'm sitting on a good amount of gold here. Maybe I'll go ahead and repair the market. I mean, 1 turn doesn't seem like such a bad investment. Siege Tower, I'm just going to put you to sleep for now. Pike and Shaw. Let's get you over to... Paris already has a garrison. Okay. Brador has a garrison. So let's get you back to Ambrose. I'd like to just keep some strong units in the north, just in case Mapuche doesn't really enjoy the fact that I just denounced him. Because if he starts on a warpath and I've redistributed all of my forces to the south to take on Germany, that could be quite bad. Renee, how is your loyalty anyway? I'd imagine you're pretty good since you belong to a faction that no longer exists. But regardless, we'll keep an eye on that. So let's go ahead and just park you into the city. You have great mobility, so if I do need to move you down south, I can do so pretty darn quickly. And you are... Oh, you're the loyalty one, not the Renee. Okay, well, you can just go to take on Paris. We'll figure out what to do with you guys long term a little bit later, because even your retiring effect is, well, a little bit of a waste, to be honest. Okay, Musket Man, you can just go ahead and garrison. Same with you in Nantes. Military engineers, okay, are you a new one, or were you the one... Okay, you're the same one that I've been working on. So let's move you over here, and we'll go ahead and put down another railroad, just so we can get right up to the German border as quick as we would like, in case it becomes a necessity. 18, Kume, 10 plus 1 production, 36 for Trier, wow, plus 1 production. I think I already have a trade route going in this direction, but for 36 gold plus a lot of little bonuses on top of that, can't really say no. I see through your honeyed word and your curried favors. Better than curried meats. You seek ultimate power for yourself. Well, obviously, I'm playing Civilization, for crying out loud. And you would have the nations give it to you of their own free will. Well, preferably with their own free will, but if not, I'm more than happy to take it without their free will. I intend to see the salvation of your soul, whether you want it or not. Well, you've already converted me to Catholicism. You want me to give you money because I denounced you, I'm guessing. No, that your demands must not be met. Now, Germany and Mapuche are trading now, so they're kind of getting a little bit buddy-buddy.
Some natural history. We constantly find
Alright, archaeological sites, very nice, and a bunch of little fun stuff.
and the localities in which they are found.
Okay, so do I have any interesting new... no, I don't see anything new, so I don't know what was triggering me to change policies. Alright, great musician +4, I still want that. Extra science from campuses, and culture from each city-state you're a Caesarian of. I lost one, but I still think that's worth it. +1 gold from each of your envoys at city-states. I still have a lot of envoys out there, even if I did lose Babylon. Governs with at least 2 promotions, housing... Yeah, I'm happy keeping those for the time being, but let's go ahead and find a new civic that we can go and exploit. Urbanization. Neighborhood district. Yeah, since I'm running into so much in terms of housing issues across my empire, I think getting the urbanization edict in place would be ideal. And I think that was one of the recommendations Big Red had for me yesterday, if I remember correctly. Sadly, Big Red is not here today. But I will hold it against him. He's working on his computer. And now I'll just contribute my voice to the ether of the internet. Alright, Renee, okay, defeated. An unmet city-state has been defeated. Alright, well, I wonder if that was Aqualand by chance. River flooding prevented. Where was this? Okay, up in Mapuche land. Very nice. 2 resources discovered. Alright, so we got antiquities outside of Eritrea. And, wait, are they both in Eritrea? Yeah, they're literally both right here on this city. Okay, so are there any other ones scattered around down here that may be worth expanding for? I mean, I don't know how you have archaeological sites in a place where no one ever really sat down and set up a civilization, but yeah, there's a couple of holes around here, but nothing too major. Oh, here's one just outside of Argos. 1, 2, and it is close enough to be worked. So that's interesting. I may need to pick that up, and there's a bunch up here. Wow. This area is actually starting to look like it might be colonizable, to be honest. I mean, execrate an artifact, incense, antiquity site. Yeah, so many antiquity sites. But there's just not much access to water. I'd have to put it pretty much on the coast and hope it's a coastal lowland. And these all have something on it. And this is also Mojave Desert. If there's a good place to put a city up here, maybe like, but I'd lose the incense, and that's actually even too close anyway. I couldn't put one there if I wanted to. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So anything closer to this would be impossible. So really that would be like the only place worth doing it. 1, 2, 3. But I don't have wheat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could put it right here. I get the amber, I get the fish, I get the crabs. I get 2 wheat. I don't get this antiquity site, but I get these. And I can get all the way down to the sheep, but I'll lose this one. This could be worth it just because of all of the bonus resources. I mean, 2 incense, amber, 2 wheat. Tempting. Or another trade route. Wow, I really need to get more traders out here. Yeah, I didn't get those ones back, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and just put in 2 more to Lisborne to get that up to 6. Oh, wow. Frederick really invested heavily after the French got kicked out of Granada. Because I think when I defeated her, she had 12. So that's actually a little surprising that he pumped in as much as he did there. General, you can go to sleep. Pike and shot, heal yourselves up. That's more than fine. And the General can go to sleep as well. Is this, no, this is the old, yeah, this is the one I've been working with for a while. So, I suppose I can send them south and just get a railroad up so that if I do have to come in fast to defend my flank, I'll be able to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no difference if I do it one way or the other. So let's just go on ahead and move out in this direction, and we'll go on ahead and plop down a railroad here as well. Hopefully the routing gets fixed, because that looks complicated and dumb. Wait, are my trade routes trucks now? Wow, I didn't notice that. I mean, I know my settlers are in RVs, which I find hilarious on their own account. But speaking of my settlers, where the heck did they end up? They want grapes for very little gold. I mean, I don't really need gold anyway, but even if I did, that's not enough to make it worth my time. Alright, so where the heck are my settlers?
If you can walk away from a landing, it's a good landing. If you use the airplane the next day, it's an outstanding landing.
We've got flights. Military engineers can do airstrips, can support 3 air units, can only be built on flat terrain, -1 appeal. Tourism on all improvements that provide culture. Amount of tourism generated is equivalent to the improvement's cultural output. Alright. And don't mind the camera. This I got. There we go. Yeah, Civ 6 has a tendency to do that sometimes. Violent storms over in Rome, that's fine. Governor Pingilla has returned to service. Okay, so I can go ahead and reassign. Okay. Alright, so yes, Pinguilla was the one that was assigned to Sparta, but got kicked out because of some spy action. So we're going to just go ahead and put you back right where you belong and get my science and culture doing what it needs to do. Mabazene needs housing, and you are currently able to produce something, so perfect. I mean, there's not really anything I can do here that would help with the housing issue. It's kind of capped at 10 from the current state of things. Might as well spend 3 turns just to get the watermill going. I think that would be worth it. Mambumbi also needs it, and they're currently open to... Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Mr. Jutes. I didn't even realize anyone actually turned on the stream, so I was a little surprised by that. So, Mumbubi needs some housing. Let's see what options we got here. Oh, university provides housing. I wasn't aware of that. Aerodome, commercial hub, arena, culture and amenity, industrial zones. Okay. So, university is the only thing that seems to give me one house. 14 terms for one house seems like a pretty major investment, but it does also help with the science, so in the end, it's a twofold bonus. Argos, yes. Argos, you've got some things that you could be expanding on. How much would it be just for me to buy that tile? 245 for the archaeological site. Oh, and this is available for purchase too. Yikes. Alright, let's go ahead and buy all of these. I got the money to spare. Oh, sorry, it's late here, so I'm just relaxing watching this. Great work. You're very informative. Well, I don't know how entirely informative I am, because I'm nowhere near a Civ expert. The last time I actually sat down and played a lot of Civilization was back in Civilization 3 days. So this is kind of just my attempt to get back into it. But yeah, I just went ahead and bought the tiles here to be able to get those fish resources harvested, and also this antiquity site, which gives me culture and tourism. So with those 3 items available, I think I'm just going to go ahead and pay 400 gold for a worker, and next turn I'm going to just send them out there and start getting the food production up, because that would certainly help with the growth potential. I mean, it's going pretty quick already. It's only 5 more turns for the next level of city anyway. But yeah, with those resources developed, it would be even less, and I think that'd be worth it. Oh, hey, there's the settlers. I was looking for them. They still got kind of a long trip to go to get to where I wanted them to be. That's a little disturbing, actually, but maybe I might go ahead and buy a settler here after they're done with the builder. Well, actually, you may just... How much would a settler be? 1,000 gold. 3, 6. So that's 4 turns of gold profit. But he's more than 4 turns away in terms of driving with his RV to get all the way out to the other side of my empire. So it'll take a lot longer than that to be able to get in place. So yeah, let's go ahead and just buy that darn settler. We'll just save a little bit of time doing it that way. And I'm a little nervous about the Germans. They really seem to be trying to force themselves into this little area down here. And I'm not exactly a fan of that idea. Heavy chariot levied. Oh dear. Germany has levied. Oh, this is 15 turns ago that they levied it? Alright, so maybe I shouldn't be too worried. This is probably like leftover from their French invasion. I don't like him being on my border, though. We just got some apostles going around with Buddhism. But that's fine. I don't have a religion, so they can do whatever the heck that they want. And so next turn we'll move them out, and I get a builder here that can restore the jade. So I think all in all that's pretty good. I may redirect that settler north, though. They're hanging out around Argos, wasn't it? Yeah, right here. So they're saying that's a good place, and these are not so good places. But if I can go ahead and get him up north here, I may very well find a good place to plop him down. So we'll see about that. And the cuirassiers are actually ready, which is fantastic, even though they're a little too late to get involved in the war. But still, they could come in handy. And with that mobility, I'm just going to go ahead and plop them into place and call upon them if I need them. Fortify them as well. Rest and repair. Oh, they changed how that... Fortify until healed is what they call it for human units. And rest and repair for the battering ram. I like that. That's a nice touch that they bothered to go on ahead and alter the text for that purpose. Must have an open relic spot. So I sent her up north because I thought there was a place around here that had a relic. I'd imagine Paris should have a place that would have a relic. Or a place where she could pop a relic, I should say. But I don't see anything glowing at the moment. Alright, great works. Where do I see my great works? Great works, perfect. So, is there a place I could maybe put down a relic of some sort? Okay. So, we got a Chaucer amphitheater. I don't really understand that one. But these are all writings. So the temple in Paris has robes. Is there an upgrade to that? Well, the temple needs a repairing anyway. So maybe I just have to literally force myself to build a temple somewhere just so I can get Jonar to retire, so she doesn't bother me every turn with popping up and asking for instructions. But yeah, we made it all the way out here. We've got flight, very nice. Advanced flight's not that far away. Steel would get me the artillery, which I think would be very useful to have if we do have to go to war with a slightly more well-off city. Economics, Big Ben Wonder. Okay, immediately after construction, gold in the treasury is increased by 50%. Must be built. Oh. If I'm sitting on 4,000, 5,000 gold, and that's an extra 2,500 gold for building Big Ben. Yeah, let's go on ahead and get that economics in 7 turns. I should probably be able to find a place that would be able to build that with a reasonable amount of production. And Joan of Arc, you're just kind of wasting my time, hanging around doing nothing. But whatever, fair enough. Can I build a temple? Like, what do I need to build a temple? I mean, I probably... Requires population of 10 or higher. For a holy site? Really? I remember building holy sites a lot earlier than that. Which city am I looking at right now? Nantes? You probably don't need a wall. A workshop would be nice, I suppose. But maybe we can take a look at wonders here. What are we looking at? Era score, well, by the time you get it, it's going to already be outside of the current age. +4 great of works of art slots. +3 great artist points per turn. It must be adjacent to a river. Oh, St. Basil's Cathedral gets me some relic slots. Alright, what's here? Is that improved at all? Okay, it is a farm, but it's a pretty unimportant farm, to be honest. So if I have to lose that, I'd much rather lose this than bananas. So yeah, let's go ahead and destroy the farm. We'll just see if we can get this in place, because getting some places to put some relics just so I can get rid of Joan of Arc sounds like a wonderful trade-off. Bolshoi Theater, excuse me. Randomly chosen free civics. When completed, must be built flat land adjacent to a theater square district. And a bunch of great people slot points. Hermitage is for the art. Oxford, great scientist points, which could be cool. Potala Palace. +1 diplomatic policy slots. An additional card slot would be nice. And I can build it this far out. Wow, okay. I didn't even realize that this was within my, realm of control. I mean, are these even being worked by a population? No, they're not even being worked by a population. Although... Who the... Oh, no, it's a 5. Okay, I thought that was one gear, but that's a 5 gear. Okay. So I would have to throw it into one of these slots here. But frankly, I could live with that. Oh, hey, there's another antiquity site here. They didn't flag that one for my attention. But it's too far away that I can't even get there with the Bordeaux anyway. But let's go ahead and see if we can put down another wonder. Getting a couple of additional wonders lined up to help with the era score next time would probably be useful. Alright, envoys, very good. I'm gonna hold on to that promotion just in case you might need an instant. No, No, I mean, I don't even know when I'm going to have in the next battle anyway. Combat strength when defending versus melee. Sounds like a good one. And that gets you back up to full health. Very nice. Okay, some trading announcement. Is looking to found a city with their newly trained settler. I think kind of late in the game to be training settlers, wouldn't you say? Granted, I'm doing the same. 5 more turns for the end of the Renaissance era. Alright. Pike and shot. Let's go ahead and get you fortified. Joan of Arc, yes, I know you're still looking for things to do. Just wait. Find a place just to wait. I put you on sleep, but then I know I'd completely forget to wake you up again. Okay, tornadoes out in the middle of nowhere, but frankly, I mean, that would be more of a water spout than anything. Konos needs a power plant, which is fine, because everyone needs a power plant. I haven't yet built one yet. So let's go ahead and just get a water mill, +3 production. Did I buy it? Yeah, I've already bought the settler. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get a water mill down. A little bit of additional production would probably be worth it. Wow, and Renee doesn't even have a... Well, no wonder they don't have enough food. They don't have a granary. Crying out loud, France, what were you doing with this place? Well, granted, what you were doing with that place was giving me all of your gold. Alright, we got the new builder here. 1, 2, 3. Why is this area not in my control? I may actually maybe buy that one too, just to make it a little bit quicker. Go ahead and get those builders out to build the fishing items, and yes, we'll continue with that mission over here. And we want this oil. So where was I looking at setting this up? I think it was about here that I was looking at. But why is it... probably because it's snow. It's not making it a more attractive place to settle. But yeah, right here I can get deer, archaeological site, deer. That would tick off the neighbors. 1, 2. But I get the brass, I get the oil, and I can pretty much lock Hamburg into place here. In fact, I could probably even put another city down here as well, and maybe even take these over just from the cultural penalties. Because if they're completely locked off, that would be nice. And these are not on floodplains. At least not early level floodplains. So I should be able to hold on to it even after the ice begins to melt. So we'll send those guys on a little off-road journey to the tundra to find a settlement. Man, those guys actually were able to stand up after getting shot with some guns. Good on them. Not too many of these old units are able to do that, so I'm actually impressed. Alright, you're healed up. Very nice. We'll get you fortified, and I guess these guys are finally healed, so they're all popping up for new orders. Alright, so Bordeaux's got a garrison. Rouen does not have a garrison, so you can head down in that direction. And we've got another unit here just chilling out with nothing to do. Pike and shot. And I think I've already sent someone to Mumbumbi. Probably these guys. So in that case, I'll just go ahead and put you in... Yeah, let's put you on the Wonder. And you can just kind of stand guard there. Paris is big enough that I think it would be worth protecting with more than one garrison troop. And yeah, we got field cannons looking down at us. Oh, oil. 1, 2. Ah, just a little bit too far. Can I... Will they let me buy it even if I can't use it, just to make sure that they don't get it? No, it doesn't seem like that works, unfortunately. Unfortunately, okay. Hey, the great artist is finally making their way up here, so... Wow, he gets 3. Alright, What is already here? This is Paris. Paris, what do you have in your great works? Art museum. Theming bonus, doubling output when displaying objects of the same type from different artists. Well, it's gotta be from different artists, unfortunately. Artifacts of the same era from different civilizations. I don't think I'm gonna get another artist so soon that it'd be worth me shuffling him back and forth, trying to fill up my coffers of works. So I think just dumping all of those into the same... Oh, I know this painting. Art Museum in Paris. Very nice. So maybe I might just dump all 3 works that he is able to do in the Art Museum, because it's the only one I've got right now in a new civilization. Dusty and tired, but eager to haggle, merchants open our first trading post in the lands of Germany. Really? I've never... Wow, I didn't realize I was so far behind reaching out to my neighbors in regards to trade. Created a trading post for you in the city of Trier. Very nice. And that opens up visibility, doesn't it? So we got like civilizations who do not associate with city. Well, I knew that. I'm not sure if I knew that officially in the game, but I mean, anyone who knows this game knows Germany does not like city-states. So I need secret. So I guess that's when I need to establish the spy network, I suppose. Isn't there like a embassy function or something like that? I vaguely remember hearing something along those lines. Toys. Yeah, I don't see anything like that. So let's go ahead and forget about it for now. We'll come back and revisit that at a later date, quite possibly. You are demanding 120 gold from me. No, thank you, Japan. I have ironclads out there. I don't think you have anything along those lines. So, I often wonder why you say so little. I believe you've nothing interesting to say. I don't know how to gossip with you. I'm sorry. Germany is trading with Mapuche. 4 more turns for the era. I don't like how they're moving in, because I do not want them to be able to get that oil. I mean, I may even be able to put a city down here or something. Malon Raider. I don't even know what that is. It must be their special unit. Welcome rainfall. Roads got rainfall again, so maybe I may go ahead and put out the fire once these builders are done with their little fishing expedition up here. John of Arc, just forget it. I got nothing for you to do. Go to sleep. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get it over with. The Last Judgment. Art Museum in Paris, very nice. Storm peters out. Alright, the tornado is over. Very good. Even though it's more of a water spout than anything else, I suppose the game doesn't really differentiate which tiles is a tornado, which one's a water spout. So, Mabanze Kondo, you are in need of housing as well. It looks like... Oh, the barracks and the stables get you housing? Oh, well, for that little... Yeah, let's go ahead and just spend a couple of turns to get you a barracks in that case. Cavalry, you are just hanging out for the time being, it seems. Alright, well, that's fine. You're more than allowed to do that. Let's at least get you on the road, though. And you can just chill out right there. Oh, hold up, hold up. Renes needs food, and yet you're right next to bonus resources. 2 bonus resources of wheat. Wow, that France really was underutilizing this resource. Builder, too many units of the same class in this location. What do you mean in this location? Too many units of the same class. So do I have to move out to these guys before they let me build it? No. They still won't let me build it anyway, even if there is a slot. Alright. Are you considered the same as a siege tower? Or a general? Alright, we're just gonna clear out the whole damn city. I want to see what's going on here. Okay, a builder and a general have the same class in Civ. That is interesting. Alright, yeah, we'll just go ahead and build that so we can get these darn resources developed, because France obviously was ignoring them for some unknown reason. And for those of not the same unit type, we'll just go ahead and put those back into Paris so that they can hang out and enjoy the company for the time being. Siege tower, yes, you can just go back to sleep until I need you again, and you may fortify and just hang out as well. Alright, my engineers are making some progress on the railroad to the southern reaches of my empire, so we'll just go ahead and keep that going. Maybe I'll throw down an airstrip eventually as well, but we'll get back to that. Oh, that was just... yeah, that's a very delayed sound and animation for those guys. Alright, we've got 19 gold for heading out to Rome, 18 for Japan. Trier is still offering 36 freaking gold. That's hard to say no to, but I definitely wouldn't mind diversifying where my routes are heading. But yeah, 36 plus all of those little extra bonuses, that's just too good to say no to. So yeah, let's go ahead and repeat it. Okay, the musket men, yeah, just going ahead and clear that out. I got settlers coming down in this area, and I really need to clear out that camp before... pikemen, that shouldn't be too bad. Just want to make sure my settlers don't get... Rome has some skirmishers all the way down here? Okay, trade. George has completed research on banking. Well, about time. The Renaissance ends in 3 more turns. Okay, we're on the home stretch of this era. I definitely not going to make it to my 3rd consecutive golden age, which is a little unfortunate. But 2 in a row for... think King difficulty? For a guy who hasn't played Civ since Civ 3. I'll take that as a good thing. Catastrophic volcano. Ooh. That may soften up Mapuche a little bit. That's good to know. And Sparta needs more housing. Wow. 2.8 surplus food. Okay, so you got plenty of food. I just need more places for you to live. But once I finish up the urbanization research, that does give me access to that housing district. So that should make things a little less dire. And we'll just go on and pop down another great work. I do not know this piece. Okay. Well, fantastic. Theming 1 of 3. Well, that's not bad. Even though it's all the same artist, at least it's all the same type. But it's literally the only place I had to put down art, and I wasn't going to sit on that artist for a millennia. Just sparse out where his paintings were going to be put down. Joan of Arc, yeah, she's still just wasting my time asking for things. Let's go ahead. Is that builder ready to move? Yeah, okay, the builder can move out. That means the general can go back in, because apparently generals and builders can't occupy the same place at the same time. Sorry. I had to take a quick cough break there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll put up a farm, I suppose. Get that wheat coming in. And yeah, the general, you can just chill out there. I'll wake you when I need you. Alright, go ahead and get another fishing boat down on these newly purchased tiles. And military engineers, perfect. You're finishing up the last bit here of my road into the city, so I appreciate that. Major victory, but not instant death. But I'll take it, though. Wow, 5 people showed up already. Well, good evening, everybody. Alright, so there's really not much for me to do down here with this with the settlers, but yeah, these 2 oil reserves, getting them locked up for me so that Germany can't take them just seems too tempting for me to pass up. And then throwing in 2 additional archaeological sites that just now came into existence in regards to my research. Plus some outdated copper and some deer to help with production and food. Won't be able to get this archaeological site, but let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the only way I can get that archaeological site is if I pass on oil, and frankly, oil is a little bit more important. Okay, we got some action going on. Let's go ahead and get that jade mine repaired. Good on you. Thank you, builders. And I suppose I'll just send you guys down to help set up the new city as well once I do get that in play. Oh, Rome has formed an alliance with Georgia. Oh no, you do not take my kill, Germany. That is absolutely my kill. You stay away. And who sends cavalry to charge pikemen? I mean, come on. History should have taught you something more than that. Oh, the tornado is formed directly upon the new relic site. So that's interesting. Okay, modern warfare is cruelly brutal. Your military doctrine is starting to reflect some of these principles of Total War, which is a fantastic game. I play the Total War on Thursdays for anyone who's interested. Currently working on the year 2000 Shogun, the original. Your progress towards Scorched Earth has advanced. Okay, I don't know what I did to do that, but whatever. Declaration. Hojo has declared war on Tamar. Okay, well that has nothing to do with me. But let's go ahead and just secure that kill. Germany can go home in disgrace for being just a little bit too late. Because that is mine. Alright, and one more turn to get you to where I want you, even though it's going to be in the freaking middle of the tundra. And Greeks don't really do well in the cold. I had a roommate who was Greek, and yeah, I can vouch. They do not like the cold so much. But we'll just go ahead and get the builder sending out in that direction just so we can get the camps down for those deers just to help out with that growth, because being in tundra, they're going to need as much help as they can get to get growing fast. A tornado family, yes, yes, yes. Roads needs more housing, okay. 7 more turns for a workshop. Well, if I can get that repaired, that should help. Because farm would be, or plantation... I know farm is 0.5. I assume plantation is probably +5 as well. Argos needs an amenity. Well... yeah, I don't know what I can do to help you with that for the time being. But yeah, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Scorched Earth has been boosted. Very nice. Okay. Uffizi. Ephesus. I don't know how you pronounce that freaking city. Bear with me, please don't judge. still don't have a damn Arcopolis down, but there's not too many places I can put it without having to uproot something of other value. So 245, or wow, +4 if I build it here. That's pretty far out there, and I would lose stone, but really I'm already packing the maximum amount of stone anyway, and that is obviously old world tech. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that district down right there. +4, that's... You don't see a lot of +4s around, so that's too good for me to pass up. Alright, this is the one on my southern border. District that allows you to build and store aircraft. Cannot be built on hills. Okay, encampments, campuses, holy site, medieval walls. I think maybe getting that encampment down would be worth it. Just because I do think I'm going to have some issues with Germany, and encampments do get you a bombard option. This is work by a citizen. This one isn't. So yeah, if I put it here, they can obviously move down. But I think saving the antiquity site, but then that's next to a mine. Oh, that's between two mines. Alright, there's a lot of things I could build that would get bonuses from those, actually. Let's see. What gets bonuses for being next to mines? It might have been industrial zone. Yeah, and I've already built the industrial zone, so... In that case, I suppose just throwing the encampment down wherever would be fine. Oh, 165 just to build this useless piece of land right here. And that helps kind of take care of my gold, because I feel like I'm floating way too much gold. So I just put that there, and that will give me a nice little connection between my major settlements and my new settlements down here. And if Germany starts moving in this direction, it'll be nice to be able to bombard them from a couple of turns out, and maybe put in a field cannon or something here as a defensive measure. Speaking of field cannon as a defensive measure, I actually do think I've got a field cannon parked around here somewhere. Yes, right here. And you've been upgraded to have the defensive trait, isn't it? Plus 10 combat strength when occupying either an improvement that provides defense strength or a district. I don't think a stone quarry is a district. So maybe moving you down to kind of get in place right here where I'm putting down the brand new encampment would be awesome. And with that, both with the bombard option from the encampment and the cannon, I should be able to do some damage for whatever Germany wants to send in that direction. We'll go ahead and get the cities attached here, so I'm able to expand south or respond south in case of necessity with Germany without too much of a problem. And Eritrea, yeah, okay, I moved the military unit out to clear the barbarians, so you could use a new garrison. So let's just go ahead and use that new railroad I put down and get you horses out there as quick as we can. You gotta love that additional mobility, absolutely. So you can just fortify and hang out there until I need you. Let's get you back onto land. I don't think there's anything you can do. I think it said specifically military engineers need to do that work, but we'll see. Okay, so I have a new field cannon in Ronin as well. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have you move up to a district to kind of play defense. And the musket man, you can just king out in Ronin for the time being. Joan of Arc, you're just wasting my time. Go away. Wait, the French had a niter here all that time that they never developed. I mean, I'm already at maximum niter, but that would be a good place for a nice mine. And that'd be for Bordeaux, I'm assuming. And I do need to get a settler or a builder to fix up with the... No, Holy Site would be built in Paris, right? Oh no, it's not giving me a repair option, oddly enough. So is that not Paris's district? No, I mean, that's the only city close enough. Alright. Well, interesting. Let's just go ahead and buy a builder for another 500. I'm still sitting on 3,000. And let's see, Ronin here. Very good. Could probably take a look at getting a few aircraft projects, but let's see what we can find. +3 industrial. +5 industrial. Ooh, yes, please. I don't even have to think about that one. That is absolutely worth it. And Paris. Okay, so I must have clicked on the wrong thing. So yeah, I can go ahead and get these repaired. Paris is still kind of piecing themselves back together after my little occupation move. They got a little bit more damage than I maybe have expected them to. I guess we were a little overzealous. Okay, we got a new trader from Paris as well. Where can we send you? That would do us a little bit of good. I wouldn't mind a road north. 12 for Mamul. And what about Pikmin? Okay. And the Pikmin, 2 and 18. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. That's quick and easy, and it might get me a road to head up north, because there's a good chance I may need that road eventually. Oh, there's actually already a road there. Alright, well, fine. I'll still take the gold in production. Looks like the French did do something with this city. They had like, apparently one trade route. And you're demanding money from me, Georgia. No, thank you. And you want to buy one of my artworks for 300 gold. I mean, that's not too bad, to be honest. But I've got triple the gold from you, of you already. And you got a fair amount of cities, but I've got just a little bit more. And I got a ton of resources that I would really like to get rid of. He's got the maximum of that, nearly the maximum of that. He could use some more niter, but I don't really want to supply the Romans with gunpowder. I'd give you some sugar. Actually, yeah, let me see if I can turn this on its head. I'll give you sugar for diamonds. 100 and... wow, okay. How about wine? Doesn't look like you have wine. Oh, yeah. Come on, you're Roman. You should really enjoy wine. The fact that you don't have wine should be programmed in the game as like a tragic circumstance. Like, he'll do anything to get wine. So much for being an Italian. Hey, Mendeleev has been invented. Oh, which render did I manage to get?
The whole
oh, come on.
This complex is built along a central axis, the axis of the world. Everything in the 4 directions suspend from this central point, represented by these palaces.
I do like the narration. Sorry, I'm moving my microphone a little bit. Readjusted. Alright, perfect. So, I forgot what this one does.
What I like about cities is that everything is king size. The beauty and the ugliness.
Very good. That means I can start building some housing districts. Would be a great benefit because a lot of my cities are in that brink of overpopulation where they're complaining. Plus 100 gold per appeal of tile when replacing a farm with a neighborhood district. Wow. I mean, for a short term... well, I mean, 100 gold per appeal, though. So, you know, up to like level 5, 6 level appeal. So that's 500, 600 per neighborhood. That should be enough to really pay for the neighborhood, though. And I do have a brand new... oh, that's what the Forbidden City did. It gave me an extra wildcard slot. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. For the heck of it, let's just go ahead and put you in the wildcard. 50% gold and resource discount on all unit upgrades. Well, that's not new. I've had something like that already. Alright, well, whatever. I'll take that. Alright, let's go ahead and get my new Civic going. Scorched Earth gets me 2 envoys. Well, I'm already like the Caesarian of all the city-states I know about. Have a neighborhood district with breathtaking appeal. Mass media, research radio. Well, I can get both of these done a little bit faster than I'll be able to get those techs. Building national parks, naturalists, resource management. All improved aluminum and oil yields 1 additional resource. That would be a great way to stockpile some oil fast. So yeah, let's go ahead and go with Wait, how does getting oil meet the requirements of conservation and national parks? That doesn't seem like a fully thought out concept there. Okay, governor established in Sparta. Fantastic. Hopefully a spy doesn't come and dislodge him again like he did last time. +4 era score. Oh, so close. Looks like I missed the golden age, third golden age by 2 points. Well, that's a shame, but alright. FSS needs. Alright, so neighborhoods. Could I go on ahead and plop you out here? Breathtaking appeal. Oh, didn't I just see something with breathtaking appeal? Oh yeah, it was a bonus to something. But yeah, it's going to take more time than that to be able to get it. And breathtaking down here too, +6, and that's a +1/+1 district. I don't know why overlooking the citrus farm and what else do we got around here? Okay, I don't even know what that is. What is that, a university, I think? Yeah, yeah, campus, district, and a spice mine. I don't know about that being breathtaking, but for +6 in a place that really desperately needs some housing, let's go ahead and switch that up. I'll go ahead and put down the other district later. So that takes care of you. Nantes is also complaining about housing, but you're working on a wonder. Granted, you have like 41 more turns to be able to complete it, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be gone well in advance, or someone else is going to build it well in advance of me being able to complete it here. What if I just shift you completely over production? Does it make any difference? Does that not compute until the next turn, quite possibly? Or just right now I'm already so maxed out that it really doesn't make much of a difference, it seems. Okay, well, fine. Let's go ahead and focus on both of them, I suppose. 11. Well, you do have a little bit more housing, so I won't worry about switching you over to a neighborhood just yet. And hopefully after you grow, that can get cut down in speed a little bit. So I'll keep you in mind, but let's move on to Ambos. 1 turn for a musket man. Well, I could probably wait 1 turn. Sparta's looking at something. Yeah, let's see. Intelligence agency, +1 spy. I don't have any spies at the moment, so that would be very appreciative if I could get one. 29. No one's built the freaking Taj Mahal yet. Really? Oxford could also be useful, but I've already got such a lead in the science game that I'm not all that worried about it. And I could build a harbor on my nice 3-tile lake. +1 gold from every district tile, 2 gold for each adjacent city tile. Government plaza tile. I don't think there's enough here. Yeah, it's pretty much nothing that would get me a bonus. So, as funny as that would be to build, I just can't rationalize it. An aerodome would be fun, but really I don't need the aircraft just yet. Maybe after I get the modern aircraft in play, I'll take a look at that. +1 amenity for this, which could be fun, but yeah. Let's go ahead and just get the amphitheater down. A couple of additional great works and great writer points. Yeah, I've been really under-concentrating on my culture, so maybe that will help rectify it a little bit. But was I done looking at cities that needed housing? Yeah, Amboss, I can wait one more turn to get the other guy done. Paris needs housing. Okay, so I'm glad I checked that. 8 out of 11, though. I mean, you don't desperately need housing. In that case, let me just spend that one turn for the water mill. Get the production up a little bit. Corinth needs amenities. You're producing... Okay, you need 15 more turns for a wonder. We'll see if you can make it. And... oh, Amboss also needs amenities. So yeah, Amboss is just having a heck of a time, it seems. Not enough housing, not enough amenities. But I can wait one more turn just to get that musket man out. Alright, Renee is also up. Apparently, yeah, those 2 additional farms has really helped with the growth. So, one more food and some additional production, especially since I have wheat in this city. Seems like that would be worth it for 4 turns. It's a pretty minor investment. Musketman is done. Just get you fortified up. What does this builder have as an available option? I suppose getting you up north to take care of that burning place would be a good idea. Is there anything down here that you can do that would help with production? Yeah, it looks like any of the woods that was here, France is already well taken care of. Which is a little bit unfortunate. And both of the bananas have been resourced. So I could go ahead and put down some farms. That may help with Rowan, but no one's really complaining about it. And I think this would be a much better spot to put down a campus. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, these are just going to be a little bit too far out. So I'd have to build something over here. No, they've got this territory locked up until... So... if I did want to build something over here just to get the coal in my empire, it would be a pretty crappy place to put it. Especially with the environmental effects about to kick in, so... I guess those are just lost in general. So we'll get that builder heading up north to take care of that burning temple, I guess it is. And where else can I put you? Oh, get the coal processed? I think that sounds like a lovely idea. I have no idea what the heck the French were doing with these cities. So many things are just underdeveloped. Yeah, and as it's suspected, the builder can't do anything with this, so I'll have to get the military engineer out there later. But for the time being, you can go ahead and put that farm out. The fire is doing it no good, that is for sure. And I would like to continue this railroad down south to help support that new city I'm putting up. And yeah, you can also head over here and just help garrison it as well. I do have the military cavalry coming down to garrison Eritrea in your stead. And the settlers have made it. Alright, builders, yeah, keep on heading down. I'll need you there eventually. So, yeah, this is a pretty awful place to put a city. Literally 4 away from Hamburg. But it gives me the oil. Make sure that Germans can't put something else down here to get it. Plus food and cultural resources. I'm gonna regret that. Plus 3 air score. What? Mexan is the latest city in our sprawling empire, and other civilizations look and all. Your city becomes the largest in the world with at least 3 more cities than its biggest rival. Oh, that is fantastic. I accidentally got myself up into a 3rd consecutive golden age. That's awesome. I am pleased about that. I won't go on a buying spree just yet. I'll hold off and see what happens. World's largest civilization. 2, aggressive cities placement. Okay, so Germany definitely won't appreciate that. Your people celebrate the historical moment of bureaucrats of Germany are piqued by our boldness in settling Mycenae so close to their city of Hamburg. +1 for that. Okay. Your people celebrate a historical moment. The citizens of Mycenae have 100 words for snow. Interesting. That was a bonanza of era points right there. Did not expect that. Like I said, this is like my first playthrough of Civ 6, so that was just a happy accident. Let's go ahead and get a monument down. Just push out that loyalty as quick as we can. I'm nervous about how this is gonna look with influences from Germany. Yeah, -2. Yeah, that city's definitely a lot closer than Eritrea here. So getting the loyalty up ASAP seems like it would be a worthwhile investment of time. 120 turns for... Yeah, he just looks so creepy. I would not want to walk into my house at home and like see my father just sitting there at the table looking like that. I'll just turn around and get the heck out of there. Oh, yes. How dare I not just give you money when you have like 1 city left and like the weakest military? Georgia also put down a new city. Fantastic. Your people settle too close. You should consider seeking land elsewhere. How many tile penalty? Like, what is that? Like like 4, 5, 6 turn of tile radius from their cities? Rome is trading with Mapuche. Rome's just getting... I'm going to break the wheel. So 3 golden ages in a row, maybe? I guess is that an achievement? Our poets and philosophers hold Europe, your civilization, as a light of the world, and I must agree with them. Well, if you feel that way, is that really the best face that you can muster to contact my city to praise it for its philosophers? Like, our poets and philosophers hold up your civilization as a light of the world, and I must agree with them. I just can't picture that coming out of that face right now. Your people's glorious age looks like a lot of gloating to me. Okay, well, whatever. Humming machinery, the power of nature has been harnessed by Greece in the cause of power and progress. Alright, got the first power plant. Very good to see.
You and I come by road or rail, but economists travel on infrastructure.
Yeah, getting that Big Ben started sounds like a great idea. That's like an extra 2,000 gold. Plus an economic slot. Make a dedication. Alright, so what are we looking at? Golden Age for Germany. Ah, that's a shame. Golden Age for the Lautaro. Normal Age for Japan. Normal Age for the Romans. Normal Age for the English. And a Dark Age for Cyrus, which is not surprising. And a Dark Age for Tamar. Well, it seems like her entire game has been a Dark Age, to be honest. +3 starting population for cities settled on a different continent than your first city. Reform the Golden Age, a Golden Age. Your traders cannot be plundered. International trade routes provide +3 gold. 10% production towards industrial era and later wonders. Campus districts, science adjacency bonus provides production as well. That looks good. Unlock a special cases Bella to generate 75% less resistance in the former war can be used immediately after denouncing the target. That also looks pretty good, but getting that bonus production and science also leading into production just looks very tempting. Oh, Lataro, you did Big Ben. You're a lot further along than I thought you were. Let me take a look at the world rankings here. Science, I am winning. Lataro is behind me, but I'm producing 80 more per turn than he is. So very little chance that he's actually going to be able to catch up. He's producing 70. I'm producing 222 culture. Wow. Alright, so even though he may be close behind in all of these, it's still pretty far lead in my case. Persia's winning, which is basically their only saving grace at the moment because they've got like nothing left. And I'm in last, but I'm producing... Oh, wow. Converted cities, 0. Okay, so yeah, I'm the last non-religion... Last nation without religion in the game. That's nice. And I'm stuck in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-way tie for second of people with 0 diplomatic points. Alright, so even though he did manage to get Big Ben down, I can live with that. I'm bringing in more than enough gold. Tornadoes are gone. 5 new city-state quests. Ah, yes, new era time, I suppose. I'll take a look at that shortly. FOS is working on the district for housing. That's more important. Athens needs more housing. You are working on a shipyard. I can probably hold out 6 more turns before I look at that. And you... Yeah, 4 more turns for growth. Okay, well that's getting a little bit on the bad side, but it's not ridiculous yet. Rowan's working on a production zone, and I think that's more important, especially since it's a +4 or +5 production with all of those mountains. Mycenae needs food. Yes, I know, but you already have a builder at your disposal. This is going ahead and get that set up. You can just fortify there, and hopefully once we get these camps down for those deers, we'll be able to get the food coming in at a little bit of a quicker pace. Build 2 neighborhoods? Have I? I mean, I've started 2 neighborhoods, but I don't think they've been built yet. But hey, for 3 turns, I might as well go ahead and get sanitation in. No harm in doing that. So you need food. City losing loyalty. Mycenae is minus 4.1. That's a bit on the harsh side. I mean, I've got plenty of time before that's going to be an issue, but Yeah, I could always throw in the card that gives me like a garrison troops bonus or something along those lines. So if things get desperate, I'll take care of it. But between the monument and the garrison, I think we should be able to keep it without too much difficulty. First resource consumed for power in the world. +3 era score. Well, that's a great way to start a new age. I immediately pop up 3 into the new age. So I'm the first one to use coal. Yeah, apparently I'm the first one to use coal, which is great because we all know what coal does to this game in a couple of generations. Alright, got Konos here. What were you working on? Looks like a trader, which is fine, I suppose, but we could definitely get you working on some things a little bit more useful. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get those 2 turns to get the production point in play. Ambos, you need resources and housing and amenities. You're basically just yelling at me every turn for basically everything. So what can we do? +5, way out here, for a worthless tile that's not even being worked. Nah, I think that's worth it. Let's go ahead and get that neighborhood down right now. We've got Paris looking for something as well. You got more than enough housing, so let's go ahead and get that temple repaired. 2 more return. 2 more turns seems like it'll be safe for that purpose. And yeah, I want to get this. Ah, there's a district right there. Or actually, let's go ahead and get this one on top of the mountain. That'd be a good place to hold a guard, I suppose you could say. Oh. Yeah, I accidentally clicked something and moved a troop, but I guess... Alright, it wasn't from there. Alright, no idea what happened, but that's fine. Oh yeah, that's the new musket man I just trained. Aha, got it. Alright, so where can I go ahead and get you stationed? I'll put you on one of the northern cities as well, just to make sure that we don't have any problems coming in with the Mapuche cities to the north. Okay, go ahead and let you garrison there. The military engineer is still working its way towards the new city of Mycenae. That way we can get our troops onto the east and south cities reasonably quickly if the requirement ever if we are ever required to. City-states, where are you wanting me to do? Entertainment complex, no problem. Inspiration for class struggle. Alright. Inspiration for capitalism. Send a trade route to Granada. I might do that, just see if I can get the Germans off of Caesarean status. That kind of intimidates me, having a army for hire literally in the middle of my empire. Capitalism. Alright, so I get bonus points for capitalism. And that may be worth keeping in mind. Okay, builder ready. Let's go ahead and get that set up, and let's pray that there's not going to be another freaking drought. Because that thing has spent more time on fire than it has actually helping my society. Alright, +3 coal, yes, and very nice. 8 production. Wow. That's really going to boost Rennes with very little doubt about that. Alright, nothing all that important. Aqualand is facing a siege. Alright, so another city-state is on its way out the door. Send an envoy. I got 3 envoys to spare. That would take off his Caesarean status, and he'd be more or less forced to throw more in behind it. but it really gets me no additional benefit. So I'll go ahead and just hold on that. If you would ever buy that military, then it's absolutely something I'll do, just so he is forced to waste his money and possibly hire it a second time. Konos needs housing, which is perfect. In one turn, they'll get the mill done, so I can go ahead and put that residential district down. Nothing to be overly concerned about just yet. Alright, get my... Alright, so this is going to be a difficult choice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, nothing can get beyond this here. So I could set it right next to a volcano, which sounds like a very dandy idea, especially since I turned up the disaster rate in this game. Although I could get the woman there with the reinforced materials. But the population can still die, it's just the buildings won't get damaged. So if I want bananas, incense... there's just so much here. I need to figure out a way to do this. Alright, this is the place I was looking at. They'll give me amber, archaeological, sheep, archaeological. It won't have the cultural penalties for being too close. It'll give me incense, archaeological, incense. But it won't get me the wheat, which would be a really nice bonus resource to have. But the only way to get it is to put it on this, which will be a flooded tile. So I think a desert city is what I'm going to end up doing. Alright, let's just hope I don't regret that either. We got one build left, little buddy. What do you want to do with that? Could throw down a farm, I suppose. Anything else around here that you could possibly... I'm not mining this coal? Alright, well, I know where you're going. Let's go ahead and get on that. Okay, we've got the engineers as well, so let's go ahead and keep getting my railroad heading down in this direction. Hey there, probably won't stick along. Oh, hey, Big Red, good to see ya. Stick around long today, but came to get my daily dose of education as always. Well, I'm glad I have some value to offer you, Big Red. So I got another +1 for ticking off Mapuche with an aggressive city placement. And +1 for setting up a awful city in the middle of a desert. Fantastic! I love getting bonus points for those sorts of things. That's 2 cities in a row I put down. This one that ticked off the Germans, and also in a tundra. And then, of course, I just turn around and plot down yet another city up here on the doorsteps of Mapuche and in the middle of a desert. So, all in all, I'm just making a lot of friends this last couple of turns. Alright, let's see. Maybe I'll just buy a builder real quick, 470, because if I can get the food from the sheep coming in, that should help counteract a little bit of the negativity I'm going to be getting from that city being in the middle of the desert. And that should help with the growth rate, because right now it looks pretty poor. 227 turns for an aqueduct. I guess that's not going to work. So let's go ahead and get a monument in just to get the cultural pressures out a little bit. Did miss much, or the same old Catherine, same old look on her face? Oh, no. Catherine is pretty much dead. Killed her off at the end of the stream yesterday. So no more Catherine and her little fish face. I did get the first power plant down. I think it was in Konos, if I remember correctly. and set down a couple of settlers to get a few additional cities in play. And that's about it. Beyond that, I've got flight invented. So just trying to get some few things modernized and figure out which... Right now, the main question I'm trying to answer is, do I kill Mapuche next? Or do I kill the Germans next? So, that's pretty much the goal of this stream. Figure out the next victim. Okay, Jean d'Arc just keeps popping up. There's literally nothing I can do for you, so just go away. Japan has conquered Tel Aviv. Alright, good. Looks like a little bit of military actions going on up there. 32 gold for wine. No thank you. Go away, you fluorescent ginger. Catherine is drinking wine on the other side of the flat earth now. Poor Catherine. The other side of the flat earth. I like that. Hey, another great person. Great musician. Very good. Alright. Meet its cost. You can now spend $400 to recruit this great person immediately, spawning into your capital. Four Seasons, Winter Music, La Notte. You know, I'm not a huge Vivaldi fan, but...
This musician is inspired by our civilization and has come to our land to create great...
Very nice. +1 era score, so... Oh yeah, that's another thing. I got my third Golden Age in a row, which I'm pretty happy about. That's the other thing that you missed, Big Red. Okay, so Konos, you've got your power plant. We are now officially powered. Now let's go on ahead and get the ice melting, and we'll see how things turn out. Alright, +5. Looks like +5 is the best I'm going to be able to manage. No breathtaking vistas, it seems. What would be the most useless tile? +2 food. Not even being worked. And there's a lot of other +2 foods to choose from. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just plop you down right here. That should help. Mabanze is also complaining, and I know you've been also having some neighborhood issues, so... Oh, let's see. Putting 6 population next to a volcano. I wonder if that seems like a good idea. +5 next to a volcano. Alright, so... I don't know if I want to waste a... oceanside tile for that, but... It's pretty much the only +5 I have that's unoccupied and not going to lead to instant death from this volcano that explodes every, what, 10, 15 turns? So, yeah, let's go ahead and just put you down right here. Argos is looking for some new things. Yeah, you just finished the harbor, I think, if that's right. Statue of Liberty 54. I mean, that's not an awful thing, I suppose. 9 out of 11. You don't need that just yet. And doesn't look like anything I have would be able to give us an amenity. All your cities within 6 tiles are always 100% loyal. Well, that could be useful, but I don't really have any loyalty issues around here. Even Athens is hanging out okay, and they're really on the doorstep of Granada. So I think that is not necessary right now. 1 or 2 adjacent canal districts are automatically constructed. Okay. Venetian Arsenal. +2 great engineer posts. Must be adjacent to an industrial tile. Alright, well, you know, for 250 gold, I think that might be worth a stab at. it seems like it's pretty specific in terms of placement, so there is actually a shot that I may be able to get that out before anyone else does. Okay, we're looking at Paris here. I think I know what I want Paris to be working on. You need to get out... $10 population or higher. Damn! Because I would really love to get a harbor set up here, because I need to figure out what's going on with the German coast. 17 turns until growth. That's kind of a long wait. In terms of population growth, I could just throw down an aqueduct here. Let's go ahead and do that just so we can maybe get a little bit more growth going on. Rene's is also having some neighborhood issues, so what are our options here? Plus 5s. Ooh, plus 6. And that's actually going to be close enough to Tyrene's as well that maybe they could share that. I don't know how that mechanic would work with sharing a neighborhood between two cities, but for 165, that's worth a risk. I hate you so much for singing the Screaming Lady song and linking it to me, even though I asked for it. It's stuck in my head and it won't get out. Actually, on the way home, I have an hour commute to my day job every day, and I had that blaring at pretty close to full strength in my car. I mean, granted, it's a stock sound system. It's not, you know, anything so bombastic, but I did get a few inquisitive looks from individuals I passed on the streets. I'll fully admit that. Alright, we got a builder now. What can we do here that would help spark... Yeah, I suppose getting the fishing boats down for the initial food bonus would be worth it. And how did that... Yeah, that really cut down on the growth rate. So hopefully with that, we should be able to get a few things processing pretty quick. Joan of Arc, you still have nowhere that you can actually put that freaking relic, is there? We'll just hope that we can actually get this wonder completed in time. 38 more turns. That's going to be a beast to wait for, but it's possible. Antonio Vivaldi, okay. I don't think I have anywhere to put down musical works either, to be honest. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we just got another random important person that I can't use. But we'll see how long that will take. Alright, we got my engineers finally making their way down on the home stretch of this railroad construction. 1, 2, 3 more, and we'll be able to get you into play for my scene. This way I can have my troops respawn pretty much anywhere on the east coast against Germany if I have the need. The builders are ready, so let's go ahead and get a camp down. That should help with the growth. It actually did not help with the growth. Well, okay, well, whatever. My assumption was wrong. Screaming Lady base boosted. Yeah, there is definitely a little bit of a base boost going on. Granted, I don't really listen to good music anyway, so I'm used to getting strange looks when I'm passing individuals. My favorite thing to blast in the car when I'm kind of looking to irritate people is probably Ninja Sex Party or Tupperware Remix Party. Those are kind of my go-to cringe music. Select an outcome. Alright, border control treaty. New districts built by this player act as a culture bomb. Ooh, yes. With those new cities I have right on the edge. You know, I'm going to throw another one behind it. 499 points. I've got people, except for Italy, I've got them basically under the table in terms of my political power. Luxury policy. Duplicates of the chosen luxury resource grant amenities. The chosen luxury resource has no amenity. Well, I'm going to go with amenity. I don't really have anything. Maybe sugar? I know I've got a couple of sugars. But let's go ahead and see what happens. You must be quite an interesting person to go to any concert or clubs with your sense of music. Well, the last concert I went to was actually Ninja Sex Party. Alright, no amenities for Amber. Okay, well, that's fine. Noosh districts built by this player act as culture bombs. I win! I win! I win the game! I win at life!
Apart from the sanitation, the medicine, education, wine, public order, roads, the fresh water system, and public health, what have the Romans ever done for us?
Alright, Jean of Arc, you're just gonna... You know what? I'm gonna save time just because I'm tired of seeing your name pop up every freaking turn. I'm just gonna send you over to where that cathedral is being built. And we can just... Well, you made so much progress, you're gonna actually be there like next turn. So that's a shame. But we'll get over here and maybe get that pasture coming along. Vivaldi, I don't even know where I'll be building anything for you in the near future, so just continue to chill. Alright, military engineers. You're on the home stretch. Wait. Oh no, I already built the camp. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's go ahead over and get the oil coming in at least. That also sounds like a wonderful idea for some builders to be doing. And I just realized how insignificant Catherine really was in French history, and yet the Civ developers decided to add that smug face in. They just wanted to have a fish queen somewhere. And Catherine seemed like a very good candidate to be fish queen. Alright, 3 musketmen, upgrade farm improvement to mechanized agriculture, +1 food adjacent business for every farm improvement they are adjacent to. +1 production from lumber mill improvements unlocks urban defense, giving your cities an automatic 400 fortification strength. Alright, let's go with some steel. That sounds great. +400 fortification could definitely come in handy if Germany gets impatient with me. Yeah, let's go with the word impatient. Okay, 14 out of 19. You got plenty of housing. You have no amenities, so yeah, getting an entertainment complex down sounds like a decent idea. Is there any bonuses or anything? No, just basically put it wherever you want. Alright, let's... Okay, we've got a farm that I could destroy. Oh. I have Even though it's on the other side of the mountain, I could actually get a builder over here to improve that rice. Well, that's good to know. We'll just go ahead and put that down, and maybe I'll send a builder over to get that rice going. I just realized how much science and culture you have. Great work taking all of those cities over and getting all of that. Yeah, that's... I mean, my economy just kind of seems like it's pumping along here. Science victory, I'm at 201 a turn. Second place is at 122. Culture, I'm at 226 a turn. Second place is at 68 a turn. I'm at 1,077 military. Second place is 700. Religious victory, well, I'm down here. And I'm tied for a 7 or 8 way tie for second place with 0 diplomatic points. But yeah, just from the looks of this, I'm thinking that it may be kind of a cakewalk at this point. But civilization does have a tendency to surprise you from time to time. So I'm not going to give up on the competition just yet. Alright, yeah, the field cannon. I wanted you to put it on defensive. Yeah, I'm gonna put you right here on the market and put you on defensive mode. Just so the Mapuche, if he comes in this direction, can get a little bit of a barrage going on before he can interfere with my cities too bad. Demagogue. Thank you for helping with my demagogue agenda. That seems interesting. Oh, Japan has been targeted for a declaration of war from Rome. And Mr. Nippleman wants more money. So no, thank you, Mr. Nippleman. Go over to Chippendales and make your money like all the rest of the men. Overheard Aqualand is still under siege. They've been under siege for a while. Alright, so... is this my border, or... hang on. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... yeah, so that rice in these is unobtainable for me. But it looks like I have niter that was never... yeah, France really underdeveloped their cities. Like, so many resources are unmined and utilized that I have no idea why they even bothered to set up the equipment they needed to get the cities down in those areas. But yeah, go ahead and get that oil coming in. Starting to look a little bit better in terms of production down here. And growth in 5 turns is not that bad. 2 + 3 surplus. Yeah, getting that military down that quickly was very helpful. Let's just put Joan of Arc over here. The only bad thing about Civ's difficulty levels is that Deity is just getting your ass kicked. Prince is just meh. And Settler, or whatever the easiest difficulty is. Come on, you have to be a pussy. Yeah. But that's always been true with Civ. Like, even in Civ 3, like, it was pretty much a cakewalk at the normal, that whatever they call the normal difficulty, the Prince or whatever it is. So that's why I just popped it up 1. From the looks of things now, I kind of wish I popped it up 2, but I had no idea what I was getting into. It's been a long time since I played Civ, so I was happy going at it with King, but I'll definitely see if I can maybe go 1 more level up next time I play it. Rome and Japan, yes. Category 5 Hurricane. Named Herta. I like that. The hurricane is Herta. Alright, Mambaze needs housing, you're working on it. Mambambi needs housing, you're working on it. Eritrea needs housing, you're working on an encampment. Alright, that could have been probably... oh, I think I actually authorized this one before I even had access to the neighborhoods. So that's okay for now. Eritrea needs amenities. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Athens needs amenities. 2 more turns for the shipyard. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And Rene's needs amenities, but you also needed housing, which you're currently working on. Alright, good to know. I think you did fine with King, but I thought King was the second to last difficulty, or was that Emperor difficulty? Yeah, Deity, Emperor, King, Prince, Warlord, Settler, if I remember correctly, are the difficulty levels. 1,000-year flood in Paris, I think? 5 fertilized tiles, 4 damaged tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not looking too good for Paris. Well, I think I did actually move up a builder to Paris just like 1 or 2 turns ago. So that may have been well-planned timing. Alright, we got roads here. What problems do you have? -1 amenity. Alright, so entertainment complex for +1 amenity. 15 turns seems like kind of a serious commitment for that. I'd like to save the river tile. So yeah, I just put you on this random 2 food tile. Military engineers, home stretch, come on, 1 more turn and I should be able to have that finalized. And let's see, you've got 1 build left. And yeah, there's no real improvement in regards to that. So I'm just gonna get you up here to build that rice mine for Sparta when you got you down here. I think you did. Yeah, I already read that one. Never mind. I met a new city-state, Jerusalem. Well, I don't know how I met you, but fantastic. Jerusalem. Train a battleship. Okay. +2 faith in the capital. Don't really need it. +2 faith in every shrine. I don't have any. So, yeah. It would be useless for me to send you even a single envoy. Go away. Record-setting river flood. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. And yeah, it is Paris. So where did I send that? Yeah, I sent you to build the niter. That's right. So Acropolis needs to be rebuilt in the city. Commercial hub needs to be built in the city. So I think maybe building the farm would be fine, but I guess I probably have to wait for the flood to go down first. So let's go ahead and get that niter mine down. Yeah, you can fortify and heal up there. Very good. Let's go ahead and get that pasture down. All right. And another mine down for the coal. Very good. Good to see that. At this point, you have so much cities, if even half of them went underwater or got nukes, it really wouldn't die much. Maybe the nuclear winter would, but that's beside the point. Matter, not die. Yeah. So I think at this point, I'm just going to try to fight through and finish up the Civ 6 playthrough. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it this week, unfortunately. Next week, I'm going to be traveling. Sorry. Cough break. But yes, next week I'm going to be traveling, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to stream next week. But as soon as I clear this up, I think I already have a game picked out to take over the multi-week series, I guess you could call it. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to stream and be my one-off, and of course Thursday will be the Shogun playthrough. But beyond that, I'm going to play it by ear just to see how fast I can finish up the Civ 6. Because I'm a little bit of a completionist at heart. I want to see this endgame stuff. I want to see that pollution. I want to see that ice melt. Konos, you're working on housing. Rhodes, also working on housing. Mumbai, also, I don't know. You're working on a university, which was also for the housing. And Bordeaux, you got 34 turns for the palace of some sort. Okay, fair enough. Well, if this ain't hard enough for you, I'm sure to kick ass in multiplayer, or at least I can try. Well, I'm looking forward to giving that a try. It would be interesting to see how multiplayer works in such an isometric game like Civilization. You have satisfied Latoro's agenda, wonder obsessed. Well, I've been producing quite a few wonders. Oh, he beat me on that one. That's what he was talking about.
This Earth is a gift, and it is important that we protect it. I recommend we
We have an opportunity to request that players band together to address an emergency. Shall we propose this to the World Congress?
Water and air, the two essentials on which life depends, have become...
Alright, so where are we looking at? What were my new policies that popped up here? Could you explain how multiplayer works in Tropical? If you have any knowledge of that, I'm quite intrigued in that also. To be honest, I am as well, and I haven't really looked into it. I was going to hop into it with the game that I tried to do, but no one was actually playing it on launch day, which is a little disturbing for the long-term potential of Tropico. But, yeah, in the end, it just wasn't really a lot going on. So I haven't actually looked into it just because I haven't really seen any English-speaking games that were being run at when I was looking. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this one in. I really don't need that lower combat strength bonus for gold right now, just because I'm not really at war and killing people all that quickly. So I'll go ahead and just go with the bonus aluminum and oil, just so I can stockpile a little bit faster. Alright, +2 for their first era tech. That's nice. Toro's completed the wonder. Very nice. Production salvaged for Corinth. So I'm not even sure which one that was. But alright, Corinth, what can you build for me with all that salvage production? Still no one's made the freaking Taj Mahal. That's incredible. Per turn from starting a turn as a Caesarean. Wow, that's actually pretty good when you're a Caesarean for like 4 different city-states. That's a flood tile, but wonders I think are immune to flood tiles if I remember hearing that correctly somewhere. It is worked by a citizen, so it might do a little bit of damage, but they've got other ones to choose from and more coming online. But that's 3 food. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and put one down just to see if we can get that there. Well, that's worrying. I hope the EU or Asia has some more activity than the American Tropico servers, or it's not looking good on that front. But to be fair, I don't think people really care for multiplayer in Tropico. Yeah, it's kind of like bringing the multiplayer Fallout to the table. It's like, no one was really asking for it. Nice that you invested in it, but, yeah, people weren't really starved for that idea. Okay, we got a new city-state. Who is this? Kabul. Okay, okay. Let's see what Kabul's got going on. So 1 gets me +2 production. That's +2 in every city. If I could just send them 3, and then I got 6 I just sit on right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get Kabul on side. That's a good use for 3. And if I wanted to, I could pump in 3 more to get +2 production with an armory for units. Alright, so yeah, the next time I go to war, that would be useful. Eureka for chemistry, la-di-da, violent storm, nowhere near me. World's first civic of a new era, I already know that, but let's go see the picture again. Yay! Okay. Amenities. Nantes, you're working on a wonder. Paris, you're working on an aqueduct. Okay, those are probably more pressing. Discussion available for proposal. Lataro has captured Babylon. We must restore its independence. City-state emergency? 30 to bring that to the table. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. If we can get everyone on board for bothering up with Lataro, yeah, I'd be game for a nice little global war against him. And then I can regain my status as a Caesarian of Babylon. Alright, mass media, very good, let's go for it. Well, that shade you just threw at Bethesda. The worst part is they didn't invest in the game and they just slapped Fallout 4 with a multiplier and called it a finished product. And if that's what they did and they were honest about it, I wouldn't care so much. But then just coming out saying, oh, this is our biggest, most massive, most advanced game, so much new tech and mechanics, and no. It's like a poor reskin of Fallout 4, and that's it. Like, just own up. You're lazy. That's cool. We're all lazy sometimes. But hey, you be you, Howard. So, Athens, what were we looking at? Yeah, Athens needs some amenities kind of desperately. So, +1 amenity for entertainment looks pretty good. And +1 amenity from entertainment, 2817. So, this one's a little bit faster. I just have to sacrifice some crabs to be able to do it. Or, actually, I could just go ahead and buy that and place it there. Yeah, that seems worth it. No, wait, where are you going, Vivaldi? Go back there. There's nothing for you to do. Just hang out in Sparta until I got a place for you to go. Okay, got another railroad. So one more turn, we should get that completed. Are these cows even... Yeah, these cows are not even pastured. Come on, France. Why did you... You did literally nothing to develop your cities. It's ridiculous a little bit. Alright, well, whatever. Head over. What do those Maui heads do again? I don't even know. So much new tech. Yeah, right. Same old engine for like 20 years ago being reused. In my opinion, have no excuse to be lazy. They are a big studio and have a job to make good games, or at least they had a job to begin with. And for AAA, being like the only real not publicly owned major studio for the most part, like they actually have the luxury to be a little bit more selective, like CD Projekt Red. Like they don't have to be beholden to the stockholders like EA does. So they could definitely be more chill about it. But no, they just want to do it for their own sakes. We will allow us to establish an embassy. You know, whatever. Let's go for it.
There are 3 things extremely hard: steel, a diamond, and to know oneself.
Another freaking new city-state. They're just popping up all over the place now. Chikoka. What does Chikoka want? They want a trade route. +4 gold in the capital? +2 gold in every market and lighthouse. I think I'd go ahead and get some additional gold flowing around. That sounds like well worth the investment. World Congress is about to meet. Very good. Choose research. Let's go ahead and make some moves over and get some advanced flight going on. I think that sounds like a lovely idea. Alright, and do we have a... Is this a rice farm or a corn farm? I'm not even sure. And that rice is outside of my territory, but yeah, let's go ahead over here and see what we can maybe fix up for Paris. plant woods, build a farm, or build Maui. +1 culture. Oh, culture. Well, that could probably be worth it, just so I can get maybe these borders pushed out a little bit more. Help me run influence with Babylon. And Vivaldi still got nothing to do, just keep chilling out. And military engineers, alright, let's move into the city and place down that railroad, and your job is done. Congratulations. You've completed a railroad going all the way from Mycenae to Knossos to Sparta to Ephesus. So basically, once I get past Geneva, I'm able to move my units very rapidly to the western, eastern border and the southern border with very little time lost. So I'm happy with that. I think that's well worth the investment. Oh my god, I just thought about it. Screw Avengers Infinity War. What we need is Sid Meier to collaborate with AI from Total War Shogun 2000. Then they would tear a hole in space-time continuum. I am looking forward to... Sorry. I am looking forward to getting my Shogun on again. That is actually a fun game. I do have a tendency to overthink it, being such a primitive AI, but still, it's a blast for me. Alright, I'm going to blow a good chunk of political capital on this one. It looks like no one else really has that much capital to expend, really, except for Japan. So 150... Yeah, 150 points, and I'm still well in first place. All right. City-state emergency. I put in 6, and I'm the only one who voted up, and I got it by 1 point. Alright, so military emergency. If we do not stand united, the fate of this one city will become all of us. What's this one about? You may not vote in this discussion. You are not party to the emergency. Alright, so someone else is complaining about another pass. Okay. And this is different than the one... Okay, so 2 passed and 1 failed. Okay, so what's the active effect? Border control for 25 more turns. Okay. Latoro has captured Babylon. We must restore its independence. So that means I kind of get an instant war with Babylon and target Latoro City, Babylon. Liberate Babylon before the end of the emergency. Gain score by keeping units in target's territory, attacking target cities, killing target units. Plus 20 loyalty per turn in the target city. All members will go to war with the targets. Alright, well, based off of this, Sparta expands further and becomes the largest city of our people. Nice. Not a problem, Big Red. Good luck with your project. And enjoy, and maybe I'll catch you later. So, with that in mind, I've got myself a commitment, and I'm pretty much the only one that can do anything about it, because Persia is here. But Persia is like the weakest. I think it's tied with Georgia for being weak and pathetic. Rapa Nui has declared war, Geneva has declared war, Lisbon has declared war, Hong Kong has declared war. Gorgo has declared war. Eleanor of Aquitaine has declared war on Hojo. Okay. Latora has been made the target of an emergency. Yes, indeed. City-state complete. You have completed the quest for Geneva and was rewarded an envoy. Which one was Geneva asking me for? I don't even know. But basically, I'm already the king of everything over there anyway, so whatever. One more gets me Caesarean status. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, maybe my next envoy, I'll pop on over to Chicada and take care of that. First large city, +1 era. Very nice. Rhodes needs more housing, and they are working on it, so that is perfect. Okay, so Sparta is ready for another item. So let's go see if I can maybe just purchase a military engineer, and maybe I'll start working on a railroad back up in the opposite direction. That'll help get my troops up north, but also be able to respond back down south if Germany takes advantage of this situation. Purchase a trader. Sounds like a lovely idea. I got some gold to spend, and there's no reason for me to sit on it too much longer. And let's see, what kind of military units can we pump out? 4 turns for musketmen, 5 turns for field cannons. Very good to see. 10 turns for an artillery unit. 7 turns for cuirassier. Alright, let's go ahead and do that just because they have that nice massive mobility bonus. Mambui, you're pretty close to the front line, and you were working on a field cannon, so let's go ahead and let you finish that actually. Military engineer, you are done with your job, so well done. You were a big help. 1 turn left for Germany before they leave their Granada units, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get these military engineers up to Ephesus. So they basically just get to follow that long railway that they had been working on for such a long time. Vivaldi, yeah, just continue to wait. We have nothing we can do for you at the moment. Oh. Yeah, I went to war just a little bit too late for these guys to actually be able to do anything. So +3/+3 for envoys. That sounds like the best I'm going to be able to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that going. Just a domestic trade route. A lot less lucrative that way, but at least it's feasibly possible. So I definitely want to get some troops heading up towards Tyrenes here, because I think that's probably the city most at risk at the moment. Musketmen, yes, go ahead. We're sending you up to man the northern borders. Let's get on with it. Bordeaux, yes. It is time for the troops to respond. And get the siege equipment moving out as well. And generals, absolutely. Siege tower, yes indeed. And I think the cannon I had was lost. That was the other siege item that I had operational at the time, if I remember correctly. Okay, got some more musketmen on the south side here, so let's go ahead and get you moving in that direction. So that's a pretty decent response that I was able to put together, just based off of what I had laying around. Yeah, he's already on his way. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a pretty decent and quick response, so. Ooh, Japan, Total War. Sign me up for another game of Shogun, please. Alright, so yes, the generals are still here. Mapuche, wow. Mapuche trying to put someone together pretty quickly as well, to be fair. Minor victory. They actually have a decent unit to kind of take over their front line. This actually may be a little bit more difficult than I was expecting. But let's go ahead. We'll start it off with a nice cheap shot. Major defeat. Major defeat. Wow. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with a minor defeat. Minor defeats are better than major defeats. Okay, so hopefully that injury would give me still a major defeat. Still a major defeat. Oh, okay. Well, this is not the start of the conflict that I was hoping to have. Yeah, let me move my general out here as well, actually. Oh, upgrade to a medic? How does this siege tower convert into a medic? Yeah, they both convert into medics. I don't see the linear progression. Rapa Nui's made peace with Lautaro. Geneva's made peace with Lautaro. Geneva's made peace with... Why? He bought out my city-states? That's a dick move, Lautaro. That is a dick move. I lost 2 of them. Geneva's declared war. Lisbon has declared war on Rapa Nui. Hong Kong. Rep on with me. Okay, sure. So the Caesarians decided to make up for switch sides because of that influence that he bought. I don't like that. They just strike me as too fickle to properly be trusted. Oh wait, why did I leave? I think I could have built a... Yeah, right here, plantation. The Ad people of Greece have built after a natural disaster, taking advantage of the renewed land. +1 era score. Nice. So that added fertility. Yeah, 5 food. Wow, that's actually quite nice. So do I have any other military units that's kind of hanging around that could start? Heavy chariot, that increases to a cuirassier. Okay, those are a little bit stronger, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. Didn't I have a... Yeah, I have an ironclad. I'll send them up to see if maybe they can support me with a little bit of offshore bombardments or something like that. I don't know what the capabilities of ironclads are, but we'll see. 13 gold. 13 in 1 production. 12 in faith. So yeah, I'll go with 13 in culture. I'll go 13 in production. That seems like a safe bet. Timur, yes, you are. Yeah. We'll just let you skip your turn. And I guess I might as well up these people upgrades to medics, after all. Apparently that's what the next logical step after a siege. Siege equipment turns into medics. I mean, that absolutely makes sense to me. Okay, pike and shot. Alright. You have 3 movement, but it won't let you make it up that far, it seems. So let's get you to the other side of the river, I suppose. Vivaldi, yes, I still have nothing for you to do. Okay, and the military engineers I purchased are ready to continue their work. Okay, so it looks like there may not be a railroad here. So let's go ahead and get you in place just to double check that. No, this one is operational, it seems. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that moving out in this direction. Got another trader. So Germany's no longer... Oh yeah, they are. Okay, but they're just no longer that rich of a route to exploit for now. And the rest of them are domestic. 12 plus 1... 12 plus 1, 13 plus culture, 13 plus production. I'll send this one to go ahead and get that cultural bonus going. Yes, let's see what Latui does with the... Oh, it's still not their turn. Okay. So we're going ahead and move these guys up north. Where do they send their cuirassiers? No, I'm not just going to give you over money. $302 gold. I mean, I got plenty of gold. I don't need your gold right now. Come on, show me what you're doing. Show me what you got. Oh, that's what you got? A retreat? Alan, you're just a little bit too close, unfortunately. 300 fortification health. Ah, that's a little bit tough. First in the world to discover that the only thing better than living in Ephesus is living in a slightly cleaner place out of it. You have completed the world's first neighborhood district. Hey! That's good to see. Needs more amenities, but at least you do have the housing in place. +2 appeal. That could be nice. Well, let me see if I could go ahead and get that. I gotten screwed on the last couple that I've tried to get. So if they've retreated, maybe I can actually get my forces moving up back towards the actual city that we're supposed to be trying to take. So I'll go ahead and put you in the lead. Got more musketmen coming up to the fore. Alright, I think that's a pretty decent progress. Yes, I know that generals have some additional space, but that's perfectly okay. Field cannon 0.25. Yeah, I can't do anything with that. Yeah, you can go ahead and see if you can get some healing in. That's perfectly acceptable. Musketmen, you're just a little bit too close, it seems. So, let's see. That's a defense modifier of 6. That's a good place to hold back, just so you can keep an eye on everything and see how it turns out. Military engineers. Yes, you're working on the railway out to Corinth. That sounds like a wonderful use of your time. You've made it up to the new one. I don't think I can build railway through their city. Let me see if I can put you on the other side, and maybe we can weed this one up through Argos to Rhodes. That seems like a fairly decent construction plan. Athens, yes. Nantes. You're working on a Wonder and Rowan production. Those are all good investments. I don't think I need to switch those over for additional housing just yet. Alright, it looks like they're trying to come in. Oh! It took a charge right at the field cannon. That was probably not the one I would have attacked first. Germany's trading with Mapuche. Why are you doing that? Mapuche is not exactly anyone's... should be no one's major fan at the moment. Alright, I wasn't expecting them to be coming over for Paris just yet. But fortunately, I have some musketmen nearby that I can go in here and just have them fortify in the city. Major defeat. Well, that's unfortunate. Defense modifier 3. So getting fortified here and having them attack me in this position would be more ideal, I guess you could say. And the field cannon did seem to take a little bit of a hit. So let's go ahead and see if I can take one quick shot over at them. And then most likely finish them off with my musketmen. Minor defeat, but looks like it would be enough to kill them. Yes, yes it was. So without that in play, I should be able to move the rest of my soldiers north. And that means my new city, the one I was most worried about, is going to be protected. What do they got here? Musketmen, alright. Go ahead and move that field cannon. Wait, no, he took a shot. He can't move, alright. Get the general movement up as well. medic, which I really should take a look to see what they do. Because, if there is a heal feature, I think that could be very handy in regards to my plans coming up here real quick. $1,700. Wow, I've been going through my money a little bit too fast, unfortunately. That good stuff just got a little bit too much of a cost to it. But where is that ironclad? It should be moving in this direction. And hopefully it's reasonably close. Oh, that's actually right freaking there. Okay. I can't get closer, though. And it looks like there is no shell feature, I guess you could say. And both of, all the cities that could be making some stronger ships are busy, unfortunately. But Konos, I'm still worried that the Germans may take advantage of this. And judging from Mapuche being in a slightly better position than I expected, I'm just going to go ahead and get a little bit more defensive units trained up for the southern flank. Okay, can't move, or otherwise I'll be in the range of that unit, which I don't want to be just yet. 50 health for pillaging the farm. Nah, I'm okay with that. But let me just go ahead and actually wake you and put you into fortify, just in case you are attacked. Ironclad, you can continue to chill right there. Alright, these are the new engineers. So, yeah, it looks like he hasn't used his turn yet. This railroad, yes. Vivaldi, yes, you got nothing to do. That's fine, I know that. Just stop asking me every turn. Builder is finally in place. Let's go ahead and get that farm down. That should help out Sparta, even though I would not want to be the one that has to go through the freaking mountains to work all day on the rice. So which one are we talking about? Ah, we're talking about these guys right here. Fair enough. Want one of my ivory for 30 turns for 210, 221 gold. No, that's okay. I have a feeling that you're probably not even going to be around for 30 more turns. Okay, looks like some war is breaking out over here. They did attack, so I'm glad I did go ahead and get them fortified. Same here. Looks like they're pretty evenly matched. But still a major defeat if I attack them. Stalemate for these individuals, though. Stalemate on this side as well, so maybe we can move them over to see if we can make a little bit of progress. all in all, that looks like it's working pretty good as a formation, so no complaints about that. Let's see what Paris can do here for a little bit of a defense. Minor victory, but still pretty reasonably strong. Major victory against the infantry. Minor victory against the cuirassiers. So yeah, these specialty units and these cuirassiers that they're sending in at the moment seem a little bit more strong than I expected them to be, unfortunately. But I do have a unit in here protecting. Let's go ahead and send them over as well. Maybe we can get them lined up on the other side of the river and provoke them to attack from there. It could give us a little bit of additional bonus for the defense. Got Rowan down here. Yeah, those cuirassiers are actually impressing me. So I'm gonna see if maybe I can just go ahead and pump out a couple more of them. Pike and shots seem to be doing decently. Stalemate, but that would pretty much finish them off. They just have like the slightest sliver of health. Got the military engineers, very good. Yeah, I sent those guys down south. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get that in play. And I think that's good enough for the turn. And I think I'll start to wrap things down a little bit. I'll probably do another turn or two just to see what Mapuches are able to do to counteract my flood towards Babylon. Yeah, just because I'm helping Babylon doesn't mean I hate you, Germany. I hated you long before I denounced Babylon. Okay, so I'm starting to get surrounded in Paris. That's not good. Oh, fantastic. Crippling blizzard. Population lost. 2 damaged tiles. That's fantastic. Everything that my builder was sent down to do has been pretty much undone. Mycenae is losing loyalty. Rebellion in 34 turns. Nothing is being currently produced. Did they finish the... Oh, they must have just finished the monument. Interesting. And that monument's not doing enough to help out with things, it seems. Minor victory, major victory, but still not enough to defeat them. These are the ones who've had the most attention already. So let's take another shot at them and just try to wear them down a little bit, because they don't really seem to be slowing down for the most part. Okay, Mycenae, what can you be working on once this is taken over? Guess we'll go ahead and try to see if we can work on a granary. I mean, those are always decent things to go with, I suppose. And yes, looks like the railroad here should be done. So we'll go ahead and get the railroad also heading out in this direction. Vivaldi, you've still got nothing going on. Okay, we've got the generals up here. Mapuche settler. That's worth capturing. Major defeat. So what do you need to be able to successfully siege cities in this game? Minor victory, barely any damage, even with field cannons. Yeah, 5 damage to the garrison. Yeah, that's pretty long if that's all you can do. And for the medic, what are you doing to help here? That's what I'm really wanting to know here. Like, what are you actually doing to help? So now you're escorting the field cannon. Like, what does that mean? Like, are you helping it recover? Because I would very much like it if you were. Cavalry, which would be absolutely wiped out if I charge, so no reason to even bother trying. Keep the medic with them to see if that may make a difference in regards to how fast they heal, I suppose. I mean, that's the best theory I can come up with. Yeah, and basically all of the units I could send will basically auto-die if I move them in that direction. So this is absolutely going to be interesting. No, I think I'd rather you not be that close. Just hold out there for one more turn if you would be so kind. Major defeat, major defeat, major defeat. Yes, yes, yes. Fortify. Maybe you can do a little bit of damage on them as they charge you. No, I'm not giving you money. Damn. And they do have a field cannon.
It isn't simply seagulls that flock to our shores now. If we build a seaside resort, we may...
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed.
So, I think I definitely need to take a look here. Getting the loyalty in to help with the Mycenaean city would be perfect. And this injury bonus would be probably good. War wariness could be advantageous. +4 combat strength when a non-religious unit fights a civilization that follows another religion. I mean, I don't follow any religion, so, like, are all religions different than mine? If so, that would be absolutely worth it. +4 against everybody. I think that's probably all I'm going to be able to manage. But that's quite a few changes. We'll see if that actually makes any impact. I did lose another city. Storm rages on. Very good. Mass media. 2 resources discovered. Aluminum. Which is under my camp, which is basically going to be unusable. And this one in Paris, which is a little bit better off. That's certainly nice. Okay, Corinth, Eritrea, and Athens all need a little bit of attention. Mumbaze and Eritrea. Eritrea probably could go on ahead and get down in the neighborhood. They're so far away from the action that by the time you train up and people or whatever and get them sent off, it's probably going to be a little bit on the late side anyway. So where could I find a decent +5? Let's go ahead and just put it down right there. That'd be a nice little cultural bomb with that district, and I think that would be lovely to see. Two field cannons, 3 turns. Yields gained from pillaging coastal raids and plundering trade routes are 50%. You know, for 2 turns, it's a minor investment. I might as well go ahead and get that out. Governor title. Oh, I never really reassigned my diplomat who has envoys. Okay, well, that's interesting. Alright, so, I could get you 100% great works of art, music, and writing. Cities cannot be put under siege. Accumulating strategic resource in the city gains an additional +1 per turn. Units defending the city interrogate +5 combat strength. City gains an additional range strike per turn. Military units trained in the city start with a free promotion that do not already start with a free promotion. And I'm going to reassign you. I think the loyalty issues down here are pretty much gone. So let's move you up to Paris, because it seems like they're pushing from this direction. So if you can hold on for 3 turns, I'm going to get you some help. So oh wow, major victory against the field cannon. Maybe it'd be better if I just focus some attention on them from here. And I can take out the field cannon and then return to focusing on this cuirassier. And hey, my field cannon is actually available for promotion now. I'm going to go ahead and take it because you are running a little bit low. Range strength versus land units when occupying. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you on a volley for offensive capabilities. 333 gold. Well, this is city-state. I don't actually plan to keep this. So, you know, I might as well do that. The city-state can always rebuild. Grants 1 promotion level and 25% combat experience to military land unit. That could be worth doing for my my field unit, my field artillery. Just get yourselves fortified up. $485 for a builder just to replace the things that got destroyed in the storm. That's a little bit on the expensive side. But really the only reason I'm down here is to collect that oil, so... Oh yeah, the settlers. I forgot about those guys. So I think heading down here towards Hamburg would be a good idea. Just try to circle in the German cities, even though I do have a promise with them not to settle too close, so I'm sure anything I put down here would be considered too close, but we'll see about that. Rome's still using legends? Oh, we got some space wizardry going on down here. Okay. Book of Thoth. Okay, so they didn't really do much with their... Okay, they brought in another field cannon. Major victory. Let's go ahead and see if we can weaken these guys up a little bit. Would it be worth me major defeat if I attack them? Okay. So even with that in play, I think it's better that I don't do anything. I should be getting that second unlock soon. And yeah, it looks like these guys are starting to get close to the end of their production cycles, so I can pump out some additional troops to send up their way. And I could always buy the Geneva's soldiers, but they don't really seem all that well equipped for this sort of a battle I'm fighting right now. Cuirassier is available in Sparta. That's wonderful. Go on ahead and get yourself moving up north. At least you can follow a little bit of the rail line that I've been laying down too. So that first turn is obviously going to be quite productive. Okay, we've got the builders, so let's go ahead and fix up that oil well that was destroyed. Field cannon is ready. Minor victory. Barely any damage, though. Major defeat. Basically eliminating themselves. Oh, wait. Why the heck did that happen? Okay, major defeat. Yeah, and you're still basically dead. So, I learned that trying to invade without the necessary support structures in place was pretty much a waste of strength. So in the current era that we're in, what is the actual proper way to go about that. So, do I see medic on here? Okay, medics. Industrial arrow support unit can heal adjacent units. Huh. Observation balloon adds +1 range to adjacent bombard strength units. Range strength 75. Okay, I suppose I should probably get some artillery out. Looks like the field guns are just not going to cut it. Alright, they're sending in some cavalry now. Major victory. That pretty much almost nearly eliminates them. Minor defeat. So let's see if I can fortify and hold out. If they have to waste another turn attacking me, I consider that a overall good thing. Yeah, and that should be enough to eliminate them. So let's see if I can go ahead and just do that. No, just a little bit shy, unfortunately. But I didn't use the turn, so I should be able to eliminate them. There we go. Granted, I wasted pretty much my entire strength of that unit to do so. So he's pretty much going to be instantly killed. Let's see, military organization +4 general points. Fine, but I got enough generals running around already. 50% production towards settlers. Plot purchase cost reduced by 20. Not really doing any settling at the moment. Village yields gained from pillaging coastal raids and plundering trade routes up 50%. I don't really do a lot of pillaging right now either, so let's just go ahead and pass on all of those. What I really need to do now is focus on getting out some heavy-duty ships and other items that can help with this whole issue going on in Babylon. I've got the area flooded, but the soldiers I'm up against are pretty much at the same tech tier, and it's not really going to be doing any long-term good if I just narrowly try to exchange blows with them. We'll just be both wasting each other's strength and not able to actually progress anywhere. So I think getting a few of these newer units down a little bit would help tide the storm a little bit. And of course, my mission to get all my cities connected by railroads is moving along reasonably well, if I say so myself. So let's go ahead and continue getting that railroad going. Vivaldi, continue to sit around. I'll build something that will have something for you eventually. I promise. Oh, and I lost my deer resource as well, so fine. Let's go ahead and get that camp back up. We've got civic time, modernization, have 3 core in your military, stock exchange. I think going for that mobilization would be good. envoys. I got Caesarean statuses across the board in a lot of areas. And I did lose this one. Binkin Shipyard, though. I'll hold on these, but I do have that governor that I can assign. So that's +2 envoys. Who can I get? What benefit could I get? I mean, that's +2 envoys, and that would take Hojo out of the top category for this, so it gets me some additional gold. So yeah, if I send her to Chakota, 5 turns, yeah, they'll announce it when she gets there, so we'll see what happens. I wonder if Hojo gets kind of like an advanced warning that a governor is on its way. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make it out of that alive, but at least he took out... Oh, come on. Was that Paris that got flooded, though? Alright, no, it was down here with my soldier... the Geneva soldiers, which of course I can always buy and send up north anyway, but alright, I guess that wasn't such a big deal. Victor has been established in Paris. That means I get 2 attacks now with the city, so that should be enough for me to eliminate the gun that I've been attacking, except it looks like they moved the gun out of range. Yeah, indeed. Alright, so we'll just do 2 separate attacks against this gun then. Because if they can't get close enough to use them, then we're obviously doing something right and we're going to be able to hold them off. Okay, Konos is all the way down here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get a few cavalry out just because of the added mobility bonus, especially with the railroads. I should be able to get these up and involved in the battle without all that much difficulty. Roads, yeah, you're still not really where you need to be as a production powerhouse, so you can take a day off. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, military engineers. Let's go ahead and continue getting that railroad built out in this direction. Argos is the next one, so we'll just switch to the north for this. Okay, and there's not really anything you can do right now except for possibly build that mine. Okay, we've got pike and shot available. It's kind of a long walk for you to get up there, but we'll see what you can do. Cavalry, what can I possibly intercept at the moment? Right, medic is here, but not really doing anything of value since the soldiers that she was guarding have died. You know you have a great medic when that happens. Go ahead and get you a little bit closer to friendly territory. Who could you stand with that could you do some good with? Everyone right now looks like they're at about full strength, except for these musket men. So let's move them back to stand with her, I guess, because that apparently does some good. But I definitely need to make some moves in towards Babylon soon. Because right now I'm responding to a governmental crisis, and those do expire. I could get just 1 or 2 more decent strength units up here, I'd feel a lot better about moving in and trying to dislodge the buildup they've got. Hojo, 153, nah. I mean, I am burning through my gold at a reasonably good clip, but I'm still able to maintain enough of a profit that it rebounds reasonably well. Yeah, amenities, housing, yes. Mycetine still losing it, falling 0.6, so it's not going to take much to keep them on board, but they definitely need something to kind of help it be less of a miserable place to live. And trust me, I lived in a really snowy place like that. It is miserable. I completely understand where they're coming from. Okay, field cannon is ready in Mumbai, which is great, even though I'd rather have an artillery unit, but we'll see how that goes. So you got a bit of an upgrade now. Still just a minor victory. 5 damage. 195 left for the garrison. Alright, so I may not have a choice but to start throwing some strength. Yeah, if you can attack and still survive... How much did that do? 12? Ah, goodness, that's really not much at all. Yeah, that's really not enough. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see if we can send you into support. Keep the medic and the injured units reasonably close by. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, 200 garrison, 300 fortification, 170. So they have upgraded walls and more units in this city. So even if I'm having troubles with this one, I know that means don't even try to move on to the next. Alright, we got Mumbai here. What can we probably put out? High value Crusaders unit would probably be worth it. Rennes also is up. Let's go ahead and work on artillery. That's going to be a long one, but if you can get it out, that would probably be what would do the most good in regards to the city walls. Got some musket men. Major defeat, instant death. Alright, so you can chill out. You don't have to get involved. Probably same with you guys. I'm assuming. Oh, you're not even in range. Well, let's go ahead and get you. Oh, alright. Pike and shoot was there as well. Didn't realize that. Alright, Paris, you got 2 attacks. Let's see what you can do with them. And they pulled back the 2 units I've already injured, so basically starting with scratch with this one. So yeah, if I can keep them hurting on this side, I should have a decent shot at wearing them down on the other. Especially with 2 medics running around. Tunis, Bushido, okay. He wants peace. I'm tempted to take it, but it's just a little bit too early. If I can get Babylon free, it's worth a lot of diplomatic favor points. Ah, great leader. Who's available? Another freaking great general. Creates a cavalry unit with 1 promotion level. You know what? I'll take it. Well, I think I'm starting to run a little bit low on energy here, so let me see if I can make any kind of a dent here without throwing away too much of my force on city walls that I'm completely incapable of actually making much of an impact on, unfortunately. These units can fight and survive, so I'll move them just a touch closer. I don't really think I need the nurses assigned to the... Let's go ahead and pop you into here when you get a chance. Oh, you're available for promotion. Alright, that could be good. Let me move you out of the range of the city behind you. This is going to get you promoted. +2 flanking. I don't really think that's going to come in handy in regards to a city battle, but it could be good in general. So you can just chill out there, I suppose. We'll come back and visit you next turn. Okay, we've got musket men as well. You can just chill out. Vivaldi, just stop asking. Oh wait, except you don't have a choice now, because we hired a great musician, or a great general, I should say. So let's go ahead and we'll move you out. This unit creates a cavalry unit with 1 promotion level. There we go. That was just a very expensive solution to a much cheaper problem. Did I use them already? Huh. Well, that's interesting. I thought I had already done that. Well, I'm glad I checked. And both of the field cannons have been pulled out to heal, so they basically just left their cavalry to sit back and be target practice. Alright, well I think at this point I'll probably call it a night. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm definitely starting to feel the sleepiness take over. But regardless, I am going to try to stream tomorrow. It probably won't be Civ 6. I think I'm getting into a point where the Civ 6 is just a little less exciting because I've made it more or less into the lead on the majority of points. Even in domination history position, I'm twice over Lautaro. So from the looks of it, he probably has a few decent cities. and a few decent units, but really not that much. But if I can get them out of the way now, it's always going to be for the best. Culture I'm leading, science I'm leading, and there's really no way that we would have to worry about falling out of play, just because even my per turn growth is just so out of proportion to him. But with that all being said, I do hope you all have a great one. Like I said, I'll try to go and stream tomorrow. It's going to be one of my one-off Wednesday series. I haven't sat down and picked the game yet. It may be Universe Sim again, because I do kind of want to give that one another try. But it's also one-off Wednesday, and I don't know how I feel about doing the same one-off 2 weeks in a row. So we'll see where I come in regards to that conclusion. But regardless, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.